jamón. Entonces,
Almond.
perdón, eh, I'm confused both language. Uh, and for this, they use this kind of word. So it can be a little tricky in the beginning, and they speak very fast. It's one of the fastest languages in the world, is Spanish, and
I,
it can be a little tricky in the beginning. However, I don't consider a difficult language to learn because we speak Portuguese and it's so similar. Like, um,
yes. The verbs
18%
there
of
is
our,
there is false frames, okay, false cognates. It's so common, but it's so related. I think that if you
yes.
you listen a lot podcasts, music, or movie series, you can speak confidently. And I don't know about you, but Spanish people is more open to errors than people who speak in French or Italian, European people, okay? They help us. I think they are more warm than European people. The American people is they don't have a problem if we speak in a different way. But European, London people, French people, unfortunately, they don't like mistakes. But Latin America is easiest to speak with them.
Yes, and I didn't like you use a lot of grammar to learn Spanish, but it's more natural because of the similar. However, we need to respect Spanish as a language, so we have to learn a little
Okay, okay.
more of grammar
Yes, that's
because they have different conjugations and ways to say the same thing that we speak in
yes.
Portuguese. So it can be a little tricky and embarrassing sometimes, like say, embarazada. And
Exato. Embarazada. Já estou embarazada, não se pode utilizar isto. In the pelo,
yes,
I remember I used it to work with Colombian people. I really like they are nice. The Colombian people, they're so nice people. It's awesome. They work a lot. It's very hard work with them. The culture of work there is so hard. They work around 10, 12 hours a day. It's so common. And I remember they have one some kind of regional expressions. For example, eu estou abolatado. It's so common. So
mhm,
common use this expression. Sorry, because I can't make this for you because eu estou muy abolatado ahora. Eu não tenho tempo. It's muito interessante. Uh, and another expression, it's chévere. They use it a lot. Muy chévere, muy chévere. And what is chévere? It's nice. Ok, legal, da hora. Muy chévere, que chévere. I'm showing my kids, for example, during the meetings. One little boy, for example, coming to my office, and I show, this is my little boy. Oh, muy chévere, como está linha, muy chévere. It's
I've never
common this
heard this
expression.
expression.
Yes, yes, chévere. If you are speaking with one Colombian, you can use it this as chévere, chévere. Very good, Maria. How are you, Maria?
I'm fine, but
Okay. Are you from Bahia? Okay,
yeah,
if I remember. Okay. And about the weather in Bahia, it's hot. It's more I don't know balanced weather.
it's like the hell on earth. I mean, because it's so hot. And now it is a little balanced because we, we aren't in the sun officially. But for me, Salvador is sun. With the sun almost all the time. However, now it's a little more good, I consider. I like the summer. However, sometimes it's so hard that you can like get out and I feel so I know how to say transpiração in English.
Briefing.
And you know,
Okay, very good. One question. Bahia is considered southeast too, or it's northeast yet?
all face. Like
I remember that is so it's sudeste. I don't know, but you are just in the beginning of northeast, in my opinion. It's so hot there, but not hottest than in Fortaleza, for example. Yes.
For me, it's like the same because here is so hot. It's, for example, if you go to countryside, to
Okay.
Japan, for example, it is hot too. So for me, I consider that is hot like others.
Yes, because here I'm at Campinas, near to São Paulo capital. It's the same, okay? It's a 1 hour of distance. I remember no, but actually we are in a middle station. It's not so cold, but it's not so warm too. You can't go to the swimming pool, for example. Even you have a big sun, you can't go to the swimming pool because the water are so cold because we don't have, I don't know, the rays of the sun, the sunlight is not so warm. I don't know, it's difficult to express this in English, but it's a middle estação, I forgot, season right now. Okay. Very good, Maria. The topic today, I think that we can, I will put the questions here just to help us to conduct this conversation, but we can talk different things, not a problem for me. It's the importance of continuous learning and education, okay? Um, I put the questions here on the chat. Let's present ourselves to the YouTube because I know you know me, but I think that's important to present ourselves, okay? YouTube, I'm Diego, I'm 37 years old. I am married, I have a kids, I have 4 kids, okay? 3 boys and 1 little daughter. I live in Campinas, near to São Paulo capital. I work as a data analytics in a marketing and advertise agency. I really like my job. I really like study. I really like English too. I'm here on TNT since 2021. I'm host since the last year, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Go ahead, Maria.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Maria. I am 20 years old. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I'm doing marketing and advertise in college. However, I work to as a sailor. Another thing about me is that I'm a Spanish host and I really like language. I think that it's a good way to learn more, to you know, even know
Yes.
a new personality because when we
Yes.
speak a different language, we are different. I like this.
I remember I have one teacher on the school. I studied language on the school, and I remember one teacher from, I think that's literature. They speak that when you know one language, you absorb a kind of a, a, a little piece of the country, a little piece of the culture in your heart. So beautiful, okay? Because you deeply, I don't know, mergulhar. I forgot the word for this. Not mergulhar in the sense of the scuba dive, but in another sense, okay?
Deeper, like
You deeply, okay?
deeper.
Yeah, this in this sense, okay? In the culture, in the history of the country, and it's
Yes,
beautiful. All the language. It's a dream that I have to learn Greek, the old Greek, the classical Greek, to read the classics, because for me it's very beautiful. Latin, I study Latin a little bit. I'm reading a little bit of Latin. French, I read in French because it's so beautiful language. I can't speak in French because it's a little bit difficult, but I like it. Spanish, English, the languages are so interesting, so beautiful.
yes,
Unfortunately, our language teachers in Brazil are so depreciated in terms of salary, in terms of recognition. Unfortunately, because it's a very huge profession. I really like it.
yes. For example, I'm not passionate about the United States. However, I really try to be as much America, North America as possible, when I'm speaking English because I like some series and television shows, but I'm not passionate about that because we need to understand your country. I love Brazil. I love uh music, music from Brazil. I hate that people that kind of people that say, ah, I know English, I just like American things and things
Yeah.
like that. It's so awful for me. Oh, for example, when I saw the Instagram of the person and the legend of the picture is just in English. Like, I don't like this type of behavior. However, when I'm speaking, I really like to imitate the American accent because I consider British English a little difficult to talk.
Yes.
And but the way they talk is fun for me and a little hard. It's like more fun. I'm more polite English, but it's very fun too. It's interesting how we can just manage this new personality, talking different accents and try to imitate it. It's good.
Very good. Okay. As I said before, the topic today is about the importance of continuous learning and education. And we have the first question. How has continuous learning contributed to your personal and professional growth? Maria.
So for me, continuous learning is necessary for everyone. Doesn't matter what do you want for life. For example, we just people just say, ah, I need money. However, continuous learning is necessary. For example, I really like to learn a bit more of philosophy or even history. Or now I'm a little passionate about gym and health. A health routine and how you can manage your brain. I really like this kind of context about your human minds and how we work. So it's so necessary because I improve day by day. For example, if you like to understand about psychology, about human mind, you
Yes.
will automatically understand more about you. And with this, we will improve it. And it is necessary to learn more because if you don't, even it can be religion, however, whatever this person wants to
Yes.
learn, it's necessary because you'll be like more attractive persons, you know what I mean? More intelligent, more smart persons, and with this you can have a meaningful conversation, can talk deeply about anything, and I love that. I really love to know more, to learn more, and it is necessary. What do you think, Jim?
Yes, yes. My opinion is I totally agree with you. In my opinion, continuous learning is so important right now because we are changing. We are living in a society that are changing a lot, especially because we have new technologies all the time. And on the past, we have changes, but it's not so speed than so quickly that we have right now. All the time you have a new technology, a new way to solve a problem, and this start new behaviors, new, I don't know, way to see the life. And continuous learning could help us to be better persons, better professionals, to earn more money, to help our family in a different ways, and to adapt ourselves to the world. We are very adaptive. It's a character, the main characteristic of human beings. We adapt ourselves to to the context, and this is so important. And right now, continuous learning it's very, very important. You said about psychology, for example. For your profession, you are studying market right now, okay? It's so important. People think that I will study advertising, publicidade, or just marketing, and it's just I need to understand the framework. How can I building a funnel for impact people, for sell to these people? But it's not about it. It's about understand the behavior of the people,
Yeah.
why people buy something. This is psychology. You need to study more behavior science, consumer behavior to understand, because you will be a better professional of marketing professional if you understand more about psychology, if you understand more about numbers. I work with numbers all the time, but I work with numbers. It's exact a math subject, but I work in a market who works with behavior and people, and the
Yeah.
numbers don't explain the whole situation because the behavior of the consumer behavior to buy something is more psychological, and not just the numbers could help us to understand this behavior, but help us, and you need to understand statistics, math, to help you to be a better marketing professional. And on the school, unfortunately, you will don't have time to understand all the subjects. And if you learn some of the subjects, it's just a little, I don't know, photography. It's just a little snapshot of the whole topic. It's about profession, but about life, philosophy, about language. For English, for any language, continuous learning is so important because we forget the things continuously. You
Yeah.
need to study, you need to learn a lot. And nowadays, Maria, we have a lot of good research to help us. You are yes, you're a new girl. You you don't have the age that I have, okay? I have almost the double of your age, two times, twice your age. But I remember my time, we need to make a research. We go to the library and you need to open encyclopedia, for example, Britannica encyclopedia, and you need to research for, I don't know, French Revolution, okay, Napoleon Bonaparte. Nowadays, you have a cell phone, you have the Google, you have the GPT chat to help us to make subtract from one topic, and it's so closer to our heads. But unfortunately, people are so far away of this continuous learning.
Yes, because nowadays you have distractions and it's a little hard to be pay attention on something, or even, continuously because we're obsessed with Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat, and TikTok. That's the worst one. And there are some sources that say that TikTok changed the way that your mind works in for those that use TikTok. And it's a little it's strange too because, for example, Instagram earns a lot if your attention, and we are obsessed with this. They have psychologists to work to make us there for as much time as possible. So we need to have a balance in your lives to just focus on your personal growth and not just the career, but what matters here. What matters is your, I would say, like, if I love that soul, because I'm reading a book now called Meditation for Marco Aurelio. That was on the most important, I know how to say in English, imperador at that time. And
Emperor, I think that's emperor.
emperor, yes, the
Yeah.
emperor, on the most important emperors in that time. And he's so interesting because when I'm reading, for sure, Diego, when I'm reading this book, I'll say like, oh my God, this man was from, I don't know how to say, wrote this book for a long time ago, but what he says is so important because it's about, I don't know how to say in English, stoicism. I don't know if you heard about this philosophy.
Yes, a lot, a lot.
It is so
Stoicism.
famous. And he
Yes, it's
talked, for
good.
example, about your soul. Like the soul is nothing can affect the soul, and what affects the soul is the thoughts. And it is so true because, for example, imagine that you are passing through a hard situation and you are facing some challenges, and uh, the one thing that is that you keep you working is your mind, your soul. I just acknowledge for this, your soul. So what affects the soul is the thought of the one soul. I know I did express well because talk about uh hard topics in English a little tricky and hard, but we have to change the way that we relate with your thoughts. Like when you are really doing a meditation, for example, I don't know if you have you ever tried this before, but
Yes, yes, I use it a lot too. I like it. I like it.
yes, I really like to,
Help
but
us to
my
put the ideas on the place, to the right place, and start the day without anxious this stuff. Okay.
yes, the one thing that for me is so hard is to be consistent with meditation because sometimes we are sleeping in the house of a friend when we don't want to like uh, make the meditation because people don't understand this, think that is a little exotic or you are a Buddha, that is nothing related to that. I really like this app that's called Lojong, and it is so easy to use, and they have a lot of programs that just for beginners or a little more advanced, and they have different ways to use the meditation, the guide meditation, because it's very hard. But I'm
Yes, a
trying to
high
make
decide. I use it guided meditation too.
yeah, it's so great. At least 3 minutes of your day is necessary to make uh, to to practice this, and even more important when you are uh, facing problems in life. Or for example, I'm here, but my mind can be a little another place. It's not the case now. It isn't the case now, but it is it's something that can change your lives and continuous learning and be present because nowadays we're just uh stuck in the cell phone all the time.
Yes, very good. Uh, okay, let's go to the second question. Do you believe that traditional education systems adequately promote a culture of continuous learning? I will start answering this, Maria. Uh, I I don't know. I I think that's not about the system, okay? I think that about the culture of the people and the parents. Because on the school, um, people, the teachers, they have, I don't know, one whole curriculum to teach a lot of subjects to teach people, to teach the alums, to teach the kids. But at the house, the parents need to help their kids, their sons, the importance of continuous learning. It's a culture. You need to, as you teach your son to toothbrush, I don't know, escovar os dentes. Toothbrush is the object, yes, but brush their teeth, brush or no?
For
I
that.
forgot, but you need to, I don't know, to teach that is important continuous learning. I just finished my homework. Okay, just take a book and start a new learning something new for you. No, but a new subject, culture, for example, painting, music, art, this kind of stuff. This could help building a new culture. I I think that the system, education system right now is not modelado for this, but I think that's one big responsibility of the parents on the house. What do you think?
This is a little hard to say because depend of the house of this new kid or girl, however. And I don't consider that your system do that. Does the system does that? Does yeah? I don't know. I just forgot. Um, I consider that we don't promote culture, the culture of continuous learning in Brazil because we are obsessed with NA, for example. And in the school, we just learned about math, uh, science, chemistry, physics, a lot of subjects that we won't use in the real world. What I mean is, for example, why in school we don't have uh, a subject about financial? or self-learning or sexuality or I don't know, let me see, about uh, extracurriculum things. And I consider that the system of learning in Brazil is more, it's just focused on exams and nothing more. And we are persons and we need to understand ourselves. And for example, we get out of school, we don't know to, other people don't know how to express themselves well or communication, skills that are fundamental to do a work. And nowadays, it's hard to find people to work in your company because they don't have basic skills like communication. They don't know how to introduce themselves, self promotion, or even marketing. I don't say marketing the meaning of the show the best of yourselves. For example, when am I, for example, in college, sometimes there are some persons that don't know how to express themselves or even making a good presentation and show their
Yes.
point of view. People don't know the difference about an argument and an opinion. And it is a little uh, hard to make people learn that because the system don't work. But however, we have the your house, like your family. But the majority just I don't know. For example, myself, I have some personal interest in that they weren't from my family because uh they don't read a lot. They don't like to think. I consider that I've been to this world a little different, and it can be a little more personal to learn to make this continuous learning. But I'm sure that nowadays people are more obsessed with this. Not obsessive in a bad way, but now we see some. I don't know if you have heard about Esli Delanogari, and he has his
Yes,
book.
yes. Reservatório da dopamina.
Yes, he has this, and with these people are just continue learning about psychology, neurobiological things, and they are
Yes,
improving. It is good because nowadays, because of social media, we see more of this content. However, in house, it depends of the person, the background, and
yes.
a lot of things.
I agree with you. And this point of soft skills right now is so it's a very huge pen that we have on the market. As I said, I work as a manager. I need to hire people. Unfortunately, we are seeing people with very good hard skills, technical skills, but when you start to speak and asking about soft skill, it's unfortunately it's very difficult. The presentation skills, as you said before, uh, way to express themselves, formal education, things small things, for example, the way that you need to present physically yourself in a company, it's very difficult to write and nowadays find people with the soft skills. And soft skills is it's continuous learning. You can make a course, for example, from presentations and oratoria, but if you don't put day by day in practice and study, continuous learning, it's very difficult to improve this skill.
Yes, and nowadays people just want the easiest things in the world. No, they don't want to make effort on something. For example, they prefer to pay an English course. I don't like to pay English course. And instead of like 30 minutes of their days to watch a series in English, it would be so much interesting and better. And people don't want to make effort. Like it's a little, you know, I'll do it to be successful in something. I'm not just saying about money, but we don't want to make the best of things. And I don't know.
Yes.
A social media is make your mind a little trickier.
Yes, yes. That's it. That's it. Very good. Maria, choose another question. You can split, make any question. I don't know. Feel free.
So, so then the question number 5, how can continuous learn bridge generation gaps in the workplace and society? Uh, Diego, bridge means like uh, diminuir. I've never seen this word before. Sorry.
What's the question? Sorry.
Number 5,
Number 5, how continuous learning bridge?
bridge.
Bridge is a ponte between
Ah,
one
yeah,
and another thing,
bridge.
okay?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen this word some days ago, but I just forgot. Uh, um, so, in my point of view, nowadays we have a little more about continuous learning, about having good routine, about doing the gym, for example. I really like the gym. It's another thing about me having a goal. I'm doing this like for 2 years at least, but now I'm more serious in this year. Like take care of my health now, and I just forgot the word because it's every little time since I was speaking English. My food no uh food routine no doesn't exist. My alimentação, I forgot. And for me, I consider that social media at the same time that is the worst thing in the world is one of the best because we can improve ourselves, seeing context about different subjects. And in my opinion, continuous learn, for example, it can be your society more equal in the meaning of like we are less prejudiced about, for example, LGBT community or even women because we are learning about different topics. We are learning about things and continuous learning for me. You bridge uh generation gaps in the meaning of you know uh racism, women in the world, how we are in relation because we are continuous seeing context about different things, not just about gossipy or things like that because of social media, in my point of view. And what about you, Jim?
Yes, yes, I agree with you too. Um, Actually, it's difficult. I'm taking this gap, generational gap right now. We are seeing people like you, for example, start in the market with different behaviors, with different ways to solve the problems, and continuous learning help us, elderly people, old people, to understand more about you. How can I manage you better? It's different to manage you than managing a old guy, a guy with the same age. On my team, I have people with my age, okay, 36, 35 years old, and I have people with, I don't know, 21 years. It's a generational gap. I can't handle with this young people, young guy, the same way that I handle with one more older people or one older person the same age as me, okay. And continuous learning help us to understand the way to handle, the way to present the situation, the way to make a feedback. It's very different for the age that the people have. It's related to the maturity, to the, how can I say this in English, we use an word in Portuguese. It's senioridade, seniority. It's different, and continuous learning help us to make this better. Okay, my opinion.
Yes.
Very good. What impact does globalization have on the importance of continuous learning in a connected world? As I said, I think that we just answered this question in a different way, but the internet nowadays make this connection. For example, I have this on my computer, a Discord application. I open my Discord and I can speak with in one Discord channel with people from Emirate, Arab Emirates, people from Iran, people from Russia. because there is a Discord channel in English, for example. This help a lot because people open sometimes the Google Maps and start to speak in English, but show their country, show the culture, show things that they make. Oh, I go to this place on the weekends, and you see, it's, I don't know, it's a wild forest, for example, with lions. Oh, this is crazy. You go there? Yes, I go with my parents in the car. In a car, you don't need another kind of a professionals. Yes, you have a kind of a shotgun, a espingarda, and you go there. Oh, here's so different Brazil. Yes, for us it's common. And I show my Google Maps to the guys. Oh, I go to this shopping mall on the. This is so interesting because the connected world, the globalization happens. Okay, we can learning more about other countries. We can speak it with different people. We can work with different people. This is so crazy and it's so interesting. And we needed to continuous learning to speak with these people. To, I don't know, if I'm working a global company, I work in a global company. When I start to speak with a Spanish guy, for example, with a French guy, or with one Latin America guy, I need to improve myself for this. And continuous learning is more easiest because you are in a connected world. I can understand more about their cultures, about their problems, the way that they make marketing in these countries. It's different way. Here in Brazil, make a marketing in our own way, but in other countries, they have their own ways. Okay? And for me, that's it. And you?
Yes, I consider that the internet plays a lot of this, and because of the internet, we are connected here. You are from another part of Brazil, and other from another one, and it is so interesting to see how we are connected. And for example, nowadays we see some people who are obsessed, for example, with dorama. I didn't like that, but it is personal. I'm not like I love romantic things. However, people just see it a lot because of Netflix, and we are always work. For example, I really like House of the Dragon and God. I've just Game of
Yes.
Thrones, and cities is from another country, but because of globalization, we are connecting. We're share your thoughts about uh, these these this series and another one. So for me, it impacts a lot because we need to see that we want to see the new things about new celebrities, but we need to know maybe learn English or another language. So I consider that influence a lot because of the internet.
Very good.
Uh,
Very good.
Can I choose another question that I consider so
Go
interesting?
ahead. Go ahead, please.
So, question number 8. How do you balance the pursuit of new knowledge with demands of everyday life? This is so good because sometimes we I won't say like we don't have time because it will depend of each person routine. I'm not the type of person that say, you have time to be rich, like those coach from YouTube. And we have time to do whatever we want. It will depend of each person. But if you have the at least 20, 30 minutes to read a new book or to continue reading or even listen to a podcast is a good way. Sometimes I feel a little lost when I'm trying to learn new things. But I'm trying to do my best. For example, if I'm reading this new book from Marco Aurelio, Meditations,
Yes.
I don't need to
Yes.
be obsessed with a lot of things about philosophy. If I'm watching a podcast about, as in the Logari, something about your mind, I don't need to be obsessed with everything. And I've considered we need to have a little moment of our day or even the weekend to learn about a new thing. For example, I like the gym, so I will search more about. I don't know if you like the gym, but Leandro Twin, he's so famous and he teaches about uh, gym and health and a lot of things. So I consider we need to see a bit of everything to learn more. And
Yes.
for example, if you love any type of content, just search more, just read more book about it. But don't be obsessed because uh, the self-learning is can be a little hard because you'll learn every single day until the end of your lives. So
Yes,
knowledge is infinite.
not, yes, don't be anxious about it, okay? We
Yeah,
have,
don't be
if
anxious.
you study, I don't know, 50 minutes a day, in a month, you will study a lot, okay? 4.5 hours uh, around this, okay? It's so good question. For me, it's difficult because it's my way to handle with this, okay? I'm a person so, um, how can I say this in English? Um, so, uh, not, it's difficult because I'm thinking English and I forgot the word even in Portuguese, but I'm very dedicated guy. Not the good word, but intenso. Yes, that's the word. I'm very intense guy. When I start to study something, for me, it's very difficult to balance. Okay, and I'm just try to put in practice the thing. I start, for example, a new topic of technology or a new topic of statistics could help my team. I stop everything and I try to put in practice, show to my boss a new methodology, a new technology, a new tool to help us on my job. But I'm thinking about it a lot, and I'm trying to I don't know, separate small piece of time, small block times to help me to make this continuous learning about things. Just a small piece of content in this day, another one, without anxious, as you said. It's important this balance because nowadays we work a lot. People, unfortunately, people talk about Brazilian peoples. They don't work hard. No, we work hard, actually. There is the exceptions, I know, but we work hard. And on the home office or the hybrid mode, we work more because we're in our houses. We have more, we are more accessible, okay? Because you have your cell phone, you have WhatsApp groups from the company, this kind of stuff. And you work a lot. And if you don't have this balance, for my team, for example, Maria, I talk to them, just block a time to study. It's important for the company. I don't pay to study. I receive a salary from the company to produce. It's important to study, even in work time, because if you study, you will do better your job. And I'm
Yeah,
trying to talk to them. Just block 30 minutes a day in your agenda to study. Uh, Obviously study things related to the job, not start, I don't know, I will study, I don't know, food, I will study cooking. No, but if it's important for your personal development or job study, a new language to, for example, a new technology, a new way to solve a problem, article, just block 30 minutes and study. It's important
yeah.
for you.
Because for example, with money we earn time, and for example, if you earn you have a good research, and we don't need to a person that like that don't need to be working a lot of time per day. So this person can make self-developing because it can be a little hard in my point of view to say everyone needs to do that, but not necessary because sometimes the majority of persons in Brazil need to survive, and when we're surviving, we don't care about politics, about philosophy, or anything like that. And if we have this opportunity to continue self-learning, we need to study, and study is so important. And for example, uh, you know, Steve Jobs, for example, of course, he was great. He were uh, he was rich from the beginning. However, he's still learning. He's still studying. He make a time to just read a lot of books and try to solve problems. Because of that, he'll be more rich and he'll be richer more. No, let's say wrong. you have more research to make a new project from Microsoft, or a new thing because he's continuous learning and it is so important.
Yes, very good. Maria, unfortunately, I need to stop this conversation because I have a meeting in the sequence and I need to prepare myself for this meeting. So important. But I really appreciate this time. I hope that you have a good day and thank you for your time with me. Okay, if you can answer the survey, could you help me to improve this moment? Okay.
For sure, I'll just
Muchas gracias por la conversación. Nosotros empezamos en español, vamos a finalizar en español también. Muchas gracias, María, por su tiempo.
muchas gracias, a mí me pareció genial, espero verte más. Solo una duda, usted tiene dos inversiones en inglés, ¿sí? ¿Serio? Es
Yo
dos
tengo
en
solo
una.
una, es esta hora a las 9 de la mañana I forgot in English, en español, Wednesdays is, I forgot. It's
Wednesday is like
lunes, martes,
viernes,
miércoles, los
miércoles,
miércoles, a
viernes.
los miércoles a las 9. Yo tengo siempre
Pero
esta.
yo recuerdo que usted tenía una de la tarde, alguna
Ah,
vez.
no tengo más. Yo hice el cambio porque no estaba consiguiendo, no, I forgot. No
Lograr.
estaba logrando hacerla porque tenía muy problemas en mi trabajo en este horario. Entonces yo cambié a las 9, es mejor. Yo empiezo el día con la conversación. Es mejor.
Muy bueno, a mí me pareció genial la conversación. Este tema es muy interesante. Eh, todavía ni casado. Siempre que tuviera tiempo, toma, porque así ya aún estoy de vacaciones, entonces no sé cuándo empezar las clases también, pero voy siempre a venir, me pareció genial.
Perfecto. Muchísimas gracias, María.